मीट वगैरे त्याच्यात ऑप्शन असतात गेट मीट.
So good afternoon, participants. Once again, I welcome you all on this day 5 session 2. I hope I am audible to all. We have a guest with us. So first of all, participants, I would like to introduce you the guest for this session, Dr. Shrikant Kalurkar sir. So he is principal at Atharva College of Engineering, Mumbai. So he completed his bachelor's in mechanical engineering and he holds a doctorate in industrial engineering. He has an industrial experience of 5 years and he started his journey with Bajaj Auto Limited and Kirloskar Brothers Limited. So he has a very vast experience of academics and industrial combined. He has been the founder HOD of Production Engineering Department at SGS IET College, Nanded. He has been principal at AISSMS College of Engineering, Pune, and founder principal at Marathwada Mitramandal's College of Engineering, Pune. He is a recognized research guide for BIT Ranchi, Savitribai Phule Pune University, SRTM University, Nanded, and Bamu University as well. So 21 candidates and 1 international candidates have received their PhD under his guidance. Along with this, he has more than 100 papers published in several international and national journals and conferences. He has been mentor and auditor under TechCube Phase 1, and he has also been associated with TechCube 2 and 3. He is founder coordinator of EDP Cell by DST and MHRD at SGS IIT Nanded. He has executed 2 R&D projects in entrepreneurship development funded by AICT and MHRD. Along with this, he has organized several awareness camps on entrepreneurship. So this is a brief introduction and profile of our guest today. Dr. Shrikant Kalurkar sir, I am Mukesh Samleti, lecturer in mechanical engineering, Government Polytechnic Hingoli. So on behalf of Government Polytechnic Hingoli, I would like to welcome you, sir, on this platform, and we are really very glad to have you, and we are very thankful that you accepted our invitation for the guest. So, yes, sir. You can start the session, sir. Thank you so much.
So good afternoon, all the participants, friends. Some of you, if you were there in Government Polytechnic, Nanded, or maybe in Pune, they probably would have met also, because I was a mentor of GP Pune during TechCube Phase 1. And as sir had mentioned, that I had undertaken 2 research projects sponsored by MHRD and AICT. So I am planning to discuss outcome of my research, which was also a part of my postdoctoral research, which was funded by AICT, Government of India. Next. I think next. So I would like to acknowledge AICT, who funded this research under the R&D scheme in 1997. And it was also supported by Institute for Studies in Vedic Sciences at Karanglekar. Work was carried out for MCED, Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development, Nanded branch, and the Internship Development Cell of AGGS. That time it was College of Engineering and Technology. Now it is instituted after it has become autonomous. Next. Now the aim of this presentation is to provide an agenda of thinking while taking any major decision. So I would like to compliment the organizers who started the title with present. They mentioned that present opportunity selection. So it is not something we should have done few years back or for future. It is right now. And when we say right now, it depends on the personality of the individual. Because over the years, an enterprise is a long standing image of the personality of entrepreneur. So if you are selecting a business opportunity that suits your personality, and then trying to modify the personality to suit to the needs of the business that you have selected, naturally it becomes a very appropriate type of combination. I'd like to quote 2 days back, a very specific case, day before yesterday, I got a call from one of my students, Mr. Desh Khaire. He was a student of AGGS in the year pass out of 1996, and he had opted for entrepreneurship development as an elective. Recently, he is decorated an AGGS icon because presently he is owner of 5 factories and crossed a turnover of 300 crores. He is now planning to enter into manufacturing of electric vehicles, electric bikes. And he was telling me that, sir, the seed was sown when I was a student of the college. That time I had decided that I'm definitely going to be an entrepreneur. So worked for 4 years, and in the year 2000, he started the activity. He was telling, sir, I met you in 2010, almost 10 or 11 years ago. But that time my business was comparatively small. Today I wish that you come and see my plants, 2 at Baramati and 3 in Pune. And I'm doing well. Not only that, but all the 5 students who had opted for that elective, they all are entrepreneurs now. So he was trying to share with me. And I said, my blessings are always with you. From 300 crores, I hope you will rise to 3,000 crores. And he said, yes, sir, with manufacturing of electric bikes, I am also planning for 3,000 crore turnover. There is one more student, Mr. Zade. When he was in the college, we worked on extraction of ethanol, or we used to call alcohol, from stem of one jawar in Marathwada, which was developed by Parvani Krishi Vidyapit, and the name of the jawar was PKV 400, PKV 400. And we found that the stem of this PKV 400 has 11% of alcohol percentage. If you extract that, it can be used to run the vehicles, which we are talking today. That we are talking in mid-90s. So Mr. Zade, though an engineering student, got interested into agriculture field. And recently I was told that now he is treated as turmeric king. He has a turnover of 11,000 crores. I'm trying to give an idea. When we sow a seed of entrepreneurship development in the college, what happens after 25-30 years? He has achieved a target of turnover of 11,000 crores. Today he owns 3 corporate jets. One of his classmates was telling me last week. So this all can happen from college. So we as the teachers can be instrumental in motivating the students to do these things, and later on, sky is the limit for their growth. So by giving these 2 examples of Mr. Zade and Desh Khaire from AGGS, I'm trying to imbibe in the minds of the young teachers who are present here. College se kya hoga? So college say you can reach to this level. I've got more than a dozen such examples, but I'm going to stop here giving you the examples. Because I was pioneer in the state of Maharashtra to work in the field of entrepreneurship development. So whatever startups or work I did at that time, now at this stage, when I'm 65 years old, I'm finding that the fruits have started coming. They are in a big way, like in hundreds and thousands of crores of dollars. So what we will try to do is, we will try to develop an agenda of thinking so that whenever your students are planning to go for a business opportunity, they will be able to select a proper opportunity that suits their personality. And then we'll also discuss how to develop the own personality in physical and mental form to match the demands of enterprise from that entrepreneur. Next. Now to begin with, when an individual thinks of a career plan or maybe a business opportunity selection, this is the universal applicability. This model we found that as universal applicability. It starts with the concept of who am I. But we are not looking at this who am I from the perspective of spirituality. We are looking at it from the perspective of materialistic world. So if you are take an example of a cowboy, his way to look at the life could be different. Take the example of a sadhu sannyasi, his way to look at the life would be different. Take the example of entrepreneurs, like I gave you these two examples, these people, their way to look at the life is different. I'd like to tell you a small story here, because stories make us, help us to understand the concepts better than just talking. So there was an industrialist like Mr. Deshpande or Zade, I'm talking, my own students. And he was going for a weekend in his car with 2,000 crores as the turnover. And he saw a cowboy, Guraki Jala आपण मराठीत म्हणतो, शेताच्या बांध्यावर झोपला होता. And this entrepreneur, when he was going, he just saw the boy sleeping in the farms and few cows and buffaloes here and there, bullocks here and there. And he felt that this boy is doing nothing. So he just felt of talking to the boy. He asked the chauffeur to stop the car, walked down to the boy and asked, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the boy said, "These cows I have brought from home. It's my daily routine that my mom gives me tiffin and I bring the cows. They keep on eating in the farms. My role is to take care of, keep a watch on these cows. I just finished the tiffin that I had brought and now I'm relaxing." And the businessman thought that I think I can help this boy to rise in his life. He said, "Instead of living this kind of life, why don't you come with me? I'll give you a job in my factory." And the cowboy thinks, maybe the similar type of job that I'm doing today. So he asks, "Oh, your factory also has cows? तुमच्या कारखान्यात पण गाई बैल असतात का?" And then the entrepreneur laughed and said, "Probably you don't know anything about the world outside this village. Factories have got machines. We produce the things, we sell the things, we earn a lot of money and all that." He said, "Okay, then what is my role there?" He says, "It seems that you are not a learned person, but I can put you as a helper so that you can clean the machines, move the material from one machine to another, and all these things. So you can be working as a helper in the company." He says, "So what? Boy asked. Says if you do this job, maybe instead of wearing this half pant and only banyan, you will be able to wear full pant, full shirt, you will have better clothes. Says okay then. Says probably if you slowly learn how to work on the machines, you can be upgraded to a worker level, from helper level, or cleaner level. Says okay then what? Says then you will be able to buy a bicycle. You may be able to hire a small house of yourself. You will have a better life. You can think of getting married and all those things. Boy says, okay, then what? And he says, okay, if you start learning how to maintain the records and all these things, you can be a supervisor. Again, the boy asks, then what? And he says, okay, from supervisors, you can become a manager. The question and answer keeps on continuing, and then it moves from manager to general manager to director. Says, if you do very nicely, you can be on the board of directors of the company. Why said that? You will be able to own a car, nice bungalow, nice life, this, that. You will be able to travel in by air and all that. He says, then what? And then he says, one day you can become a chairman of the company and enjoy the life that I am enjoying today. And the cowboy says, who told you that I am not enjoying the life today? I am enjoying the life. Just to enjoy the life, why to do all these things? So the difference between the two is, both are enjoying the life, but their definition of enjoyment is different. The concept about enjoyment in the life is different. If you ask a sadhu sannyasi, he will say, renounce from everything, go to Himalayas, have tapa, and then what Atmananda you get, that is a real life. We are today talking about the third picture, which is being shown here, where an entrepreneur is having thousands of crores of business. So we are looking at developing that kind of passion and passionate people. Next. So now what we will do, we try to develop a formula of professional satisfaction. We all want certain things in life, and that's the reason we're all doing all those things, what we are doing. A lot of efforts, running here and there, and all these things. What we want as a common man is, we want money, we want status, we want proper working hours. Not too much, 18 hours a day, not like that. So that we want to have a balance between leisure and work. Make our life more comfortable. Then hours of working. What part of day we have to work? That also makes a difference. And in different workplaces, there is a different types of workplace relationships. Like simple example. आप में से कुछ लोग तो पान खाते हैं, जो नहीं खाते हैं वो भी कभी कभी ऑकेजनल खाते हैं. पान शॉप पे जब जाएंगे तो the way we order the pawn shop, the way we order the pawn shop is, the way you talk will always be different. And one thing, I'm in office and there is some urgent important works. Give me only 1 minute. So, the workplace relationship. When you order for the pan, you say, 120, katta kam, this, that. The tone is different. When you go to a temple, you try to buy flowers, prasad, whatever. That time with the way you talk to that person is different. When you go to the doctor, or when you go to a lawyer, you try to talk to them with respect. You are paying money to in all the cases, but the relationship is different. If you are a teacher, The moment you enter into the classroom, all the students stand. They try to respect you. Or as I gave you the example, after 25 years, 30 years, they call back and say, sir, I have reached to this level. I feel that I achieved this because you taught me something at that age when I was 20 years old. Now I am 45, 50 years old. So this is a workplace relationship which is different than this. So the nature of workplace relationships also makes us happy. In different professions, there are different types of growth opportunities in form of money, status, and all those things. We have some skills. If the skills can be put to use, we are more happy. Like this, you can prepare a big list and decide on the priorities. I was taking this example with a group of would be entrepreneurs for MCD in a village. One boy stood up and said, sir, for me, money is 90%. बाकी वो status बिचस मुझे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. And he said in Marathi, sir, मला वराह पालनाचा व्यवसाय करायचा आहे. You know, pigs. I don't bother for other things. उसमें पैसा बहुत ज्यादा है. Something of this. व्यक्ति जिनकी प्रकृति. So every individual will have different kind of personality. And depending on the personality, your formula of professional satisfaction will keep on changing. But this not only, here the importance is that word present in the topic that the organizers have given to me. This formula will keep on changing from time to time. You will find that every 5 to 10 years, the percentage of all these things will keep on changing. Maybe at my age, when you are 60 plus, the importance of money is comparatively less. But then workplace relationship or working hours will make a difference because your age is like that. It should be useful to your health conditions. So it will keep on changing. जैसे बचपन में सबको चॉकलेट दिए तो खुशी होती थी. आज अगर सर ने डिसाइड किया कि सबको एक ई चॉकलेट भेज दे कैडबरीज का वो पिक्चर, इनसे कि ये सर क्या हमको बच्चे समझ रहे हो? But if you do it with the children, they are very happy. So the formula of professional satisfaction, the percentage, will keep on changing from time to time. That's why it is present. So whenever you are taking a major decision, as Mr. Deshkare was telling me yesterday, sir, आता तो 5 factory है, पर आता electric bike manufacturing की factory टाकायची. It's going to be a very big project, and I wish that I discuss with you about the project. Why he remembered me? That he thought that मैंने जब पहला फैक्ट्री शुरू किया उस टाइम सर से डिस्कस किया था. अब जब सबसे बड़ा फैक्ट्री खोल रहा हूँ मेरी जिंदगी का, I want to go and talk to my professor. So this is the beauty of being a teacher. And if you are going to be the entrepreneurship development coordinators, this is the beauty. Tomorrow we are going to have a session on from not working to networking, and it's going to be delivered by the Dean of Faculty of Technology, University of Pune. We have formed a forum. Some of you could be the members of that forum, IES, Innovation Entrepreneurship Startup Forum. And there are about 250 colleges who are the members. This is going to be an NGO. We are yet to register. I am an advisor. Because now at this stage of life, I don't run here and there. But young people from Pune, Mumbai, Sangli, Satara, they are working on it. They have formed an NGO for all the incubation centers in Maharashtra. So tomorrow we are going to have a session on not working to networking. Means you need to have a networking when the things do not work. This Professor Abhyakar, I am giving you an example, who is the speaker for tomorrow. When he became the head of the technology department at the University of Pune, it was a department established without any funds. It didn't have space to sit. He requested some HOD, जरा मुझे एक रूम दे देना आपके यहाँ पे, मैं बैठ जाऊंगा भाई. But this Professor Abhyankar, the great researcher, and he did his MS and PhD from states, and because of that, he could approach to number of industries in Pune and around Pune and Mumbai. He could approach IIT Mumbai and prove to them that the kind of research that I am doing is useful to you. And I can take up the research with the help of MTech and PhD program in University of Pune, which will be useful to your company. Can you imagine? With that, he has been able to attract 130 crores from industries. Today, it is one of the richest departments in the University of Pune. I am sharing not working to networking. आप सब लोग अगर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर बनना चाहते हो अपने अपने कॉलेज में, आपके तो मन में होगा अरे ये तो कुछ चलने वाली बात नहीं है. मैं भी जब एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट का कोऑर्डिनेटर बना तो काफी बार मेरे मन में आता था ये तो कोई चलने वाली बात नहीं, मैं कहाँ आके फंस गया सारा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप फील्ड में. But my boss principal BM Naik used to always tell me the shelf life of the field where you are working, Professor Karanglekar, is going to be very long. He used to tell me in Marathi, आज तुम्हाला खूप वाईट वाटतं म्हणे, काही किंमत नाही, असं नाही, नाही HOD शीट सोडली इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेजची and I became coordinator of EDCEL as per his advice. जहाँ मेरे पास 30 लोग काम करते थे, 30 लोगों को मैं कुछ ऑर्डर दे सकता था, स्टेटस, I became one man show. मुझे बैठने के लिए भी जगह नहीं थी. सर ने कहा उधर क्वार्टर बंद है, एक क्वार्टर में जाके बैठो. And I started from that. But then the people call me back after 30 years, then I feel that yes, my boss, my principal put me on the right track at that time. And yesterday, there was a session arranged by principal Naik by AGGS, and I was trying to when I was speaking with sir, I told him, sir, आपने जो उस टाइम बोला था वो आज सही हो रहा है 30 साल बाद. तो आप अगर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट के फील्ड में काम करना चाहते हो तो आपको बहुत पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा. And then you will find that a stage comes after 25-30 years when they rise to a certain level, they feel like coming back to you and discussing with you. Same thing happened with one more project in Satara. And we applied reverse engineering and the loss of 1 crore was converted into a profit of 2 crores. Anyway, that's a story which you will also be able to repeat once you become entrepreneurship development coordinator. Next. Now, what is important is the type of business that your students will select and the formula of satisfaction if you help them to prepare. What is important is map between the two. Even if there is a 70% mapping, that person is likely to be successful in the chosen business. So as the role of entrepreneurship development professor or teacher or coordinator of EDCEL or incubation center, whatever you are going to have it, your role is to help them to match his formula of professional satisfaction with the kind of business he or she is going to choose. I gave an example of Zade. When he was a student, he worked on extraction of alcohol. He was passionate, he became passionate about agriculture, though a student of engineering. Later on, he became passionate about turmeric, and today he is treated as turmeric king. A student of engineering college with 25-30 years of experience from our Marathwada region, he has purchased 3 corporate jets, and this has been told to me by one of his classmates who is practicing as a lawyer in High Court, Mumbai. He came to me last week for some case related with the court, and he said, "Sir, आपका स्टूडेंट तो इतना बड़ा हो गया, उसके पास 11 वैटिकन वो वैन्स है, 3 कॉर्पोरेट जेट है." And when I talked to Zade about a month ago on phone, he said, "Sir, yes, remember, I'm happy that you remember. I'm the same student who worked on extraction of alcohol. But there, I started finding interest in agricultural field, and today I'm in the field of turmeric." You will be able to repeat such stories in your life if you start taking interest in attention development. Next. SWOT analysis. Of course, this is known to everyone, and now by this time, because I am on the 4th day with you, or 5th day of your session, started on Monday. So now you know what is SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And in threat, internal and external threats. And then you are trying to match your next strengths with the chosen this thing. And wherever you find that there are hurdles, you will try to overcome the weakness by going for partnership or having a training for yourself or hiring an expert. And you can develop a strategy to face the threat. The threat could be of two types, internal threat and external threat. अगर आपको पता है कि सामने एक बड़ा खड्डा है and you are going on a bike, you know it in advance, the chances that you will not fall there are very high. So strategy to face the threats is important. Next. Now why we are following this way, this pattern that I have developed a formula of satisfaction, then I'm trying to choose a business, doing a SWOT analysis and trying to choose a business where it matches with my strengths, matches with my passion, matches with what makes me happy. Because whatever we do in life, problem is going to be there. Same problem sometimes can be seen as a challenge or sometimes can be seen as an obstacle. If you see it as an obstacle, you can't grow. If you see it as a challenge, what happens? You get an internal strength, internal power to overcome the problem. We'll take a simple example. When you were in college or school, high school, you are fond of trekking. So when you went for trekking, you went with the family. An example. Your parents are with you, you are gone by the family car. But as soon as you reach to the bottom of the hills, you say, now I want to get down of the car. And all the youngsters, your brothers, sisters or friends, they all get down of the car. Your mom says, I will be going in the car, I will be waiting for you at the top of the hills. आप ट्रेकिंग करते आ जाइए. Lot of hot sun, मराठवाड़े में तो अभी अगले 2 महीने में अप्रैल में क्या गर्मी पड़ेगी. I am also from Marathwada, so I know. उस गर्मी में आप चढ़ रहे हो. In the month of April में जब स्कूल की छुट्टियां पड़ी है, मॉम ऊपर जाके बैठी है. And when you reach there, you have got lot of stories. ये प्रॉब्लम हुआ, वो प्रॉब्लम हुआ, इधर पैर फिसला, उधर मैंने वो पेड़ को पकड़ा, ये हुआ, वो हुआ. And all that you are telling, sharing with your mom and others, even when you come back also you keep on sharing as a school child. The problem of hot sun, going out in the hot sun, is seen as a challenge because the reward of success by doing all these things is matching with your formula of satisfaction, is matching with your passion. It is going to make you happy. So the problem is seen as a challenge. अभी आप घर आ जाते हो ऑफिस, घर में कोई गेस्ट आते हैं, another picture, नहीं आई थी. And the guest mom says, क्या येडा चाय कॉफी? And the guest says, नहीं खूब गर्मी है, नींबू शरबत चाहे. Mom opens the fridge and finds अरे नींबू तो है नहीं. No lemon. He immediately comes and asks you, ये वो तुम्हारी बड़ी सिस्टर के ससुर जी वगैरह आए हैं, सास ससुर आए हैं, फटाक से जाके नींबू लेके आ. आप बोलते हैं इतनी गर्मी में नींबू नहीं है तो उनको गुड़ पानी पिला दो. आप बोलते हो when you are in the school and moms देखती है कि भाई आप तो कुछ मानने वाले नहीं हो, खुद ही पिछले दरवाजे से जाती है, नींबू लेके आती है एंड प्रोवाइड्स नींबू पानी, नींबू शरबत, fresh lemon juice to the guest, because this time the same hot sun in example 1 it was challenge for you, whereas obstacle for mom. But in example 2 the challenge for mom but obstacle for you. And whenever any problem is seen as an obstacle, you stop there. You try to run away from that situation. Whenever you see it as a challenge, you get internal strength to overcome that challenge. So this is the beauty of appropriate selection of the business opportunity. The rewards of success in the chosen enterprise, if it matches with your formula of satisfaction, formula of professional satisfaction, the chances that you are going to be successful in the business are very high. And if it is not so, something like trying to fit square peg in a round hole, the fitment will always be improper. But round peg in a round hole, the fitment will be very proper. So, as a professor of entrepreneurship development, your role will be to help your students to choose a proper business opportunity, help them to understand who they are, and help them to select the appropriate business opportunity, and then in the first 3 years' time, providing them the escort services, and later on, being a mentor. And sometimes, whenever they are in problem or whenever they are in phase of taking a major decision, they should feel like coming back to you. This is the beauty of being a professor of entrepreneurship. And I am telling you this with my own experience. When, as I said, उसका मशीन 1 करोड़ का जापान से लाया था, वो गिर गया सातारे वाले का. And he called me, sir, मेरा 1 कोटीचं नुकसान झालं. I said, okay, मैं सांगली आ रहा हूँ, take you 1 के time. और आते आते मैं आपको मिलूंगा सातारे. We went to his factory. We saw the machine. It was broken. And it was not insured for the purpose that because of leaking problem. And we thought कि चलो इसको खोलते हैं, अभी रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग करते हैं, पूरी टेक्नोलॉजी की ब्लूप्रिंट बनाते हैं, उसको मॉडिफाई करते हैं, so that there is no patenting problem with the Japanese counterpart. टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करते हैं उसकी, और वो टेक्नोलॉजी I thought कि he will manufacture the same machine. He said नहीं सर, अभी अपना मेन बिजनेस छोड़ के कौन ये दूसरा झमेला हाथ में लेगा. मैंने वो टेक्नोलॉजी 2 करोड़ में बेच दी. 1 करोड़ का तो मुनाफा हो गया ना, घाटा हो रहा था 1 करोड़ का तो मुनाफा हो गया. ये बोलने के लिए अब आप ये मुझे कब बोल सकते हो, अगर आपने एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट में इंटरेस्ट लिया तो. नेक्स्ट. So we help them to select the opportunity that gives maximum professional satisfaction, as I said, as reward of success, and we help them to overcome the weaknesses and the threats. This is the role of a teacher with the students. Next. Now, another important thing is, whichever business you do, there are always established people. So unless I do something different, something new, something special, I'll not be able to attract the customers. I was hearing some good professor last week in the field of entrepreneurship development, and he said, हम क्या करते हैं, हम बच्चों को 500 रुपया देते हैं, सिर्फ 500 रुपया, और कहते हैं कि बिजनेस करो, 1 हफ्ता बिजनेस करके देखो. आप कुछ भी करोगे तो बेचना बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. हम भी यहाँ करते हैं अथर्व में भी, हम हर साल 30-40 बच्चों को 2 से 5 हजार रुपए का सीड मनी देते हैं. कब? कॉलेज के गैदरिंग चलता है जब, जो भी करेगा ना वो बेच के बता. और जो बंदा मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट कमाता है उसको अवार्ड देते हैं, 10,000 का, 11,000. तो इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है, कस्टमर की नर्व पकड़ना, ये हमको सिखाना है बच्चों। तो इसमें क्या है कि वैल्यू, कस्टमर will look at any product or service that you are providing or your students will be providing from the perspective of value. Value is equal to function divided by cost. Now, if I want to increase the value of my service so that I can attract the customers, either I should increase upon the function part or reduce on the cost side. Function is primary function, secondary function, tertiary function. And cost is the cost of producing that. So whatever innovation I think should be able to satisfy this requirement. Next. Now there should be some novelty or innovation. It could be completely new product innovations, new process by which you are manufacturing, so that the cost comes down, process innovation, or you develop a new management strategy, or you develop a new market segment. So these are the levels of innovations. Product innovation, the best, something which is not available. For example, Hyperloop is coming. It's going to connect Pune and Mumbai. And the speed at which the Hyperloop will be traveling is 1250 kilometers an hour. From Pune to Mumbai, it will not take more than 30 minutes. Because the distance is only 200 kilometers, 150, 200 kilometers. One station will be at Karanglekar complex and the another will be at Hinjewadi. And both the locations will be connected with metro. Novelty, innovation. So anyone from anywhere in Pune or in Mumbai, with the help of metro, when all the lines of metros are ready, maybe after 10-15 years, we reach to Hinjewadi or Karanglekar complex within 30 minutes. From there to Pune or Mumbai, 30 minutes. And from that location in Pune and Mumbai to your desired location, another maximum 30 minutes. So within 1.5 hours, you are reaching from office in Mumbai to home in Pune or vice versa. So this is a great innovation that we are thinking. And not only that, the government of Maharashtra 3-4 years back has signed an MOU with a company in Australia who is going to manufacture this. It's a product innovation. How the speed of 1250 kilometers will be achieved? Because it will be passing through a vacuum tube. From Pune to Mumbai, there will be a vacuum tube, and that bus carrying 50 people will travel in that vacuum tube. And the cost of travel will be, suppose now I am traveling from Pune to Mumbai. Today I am going from Mumbai to Pune. After this lecture, I am traveling. So I have to put a petrol worth rupees 1,500 minimum. I have to pay 300 rupees toll, 270 plus 40, so 310 toll. If I am hiring a driver, I am paying him 1,000 rupees for one day. Suppose I am going today for, that is Friday, and coming back on Sunday night or Monday morning. Driver I am paying 3,000, fuel I am paying 3,000, plus toll I am paying 600. Total हो गया 3,600, 6,600. So what that product innovation Hyperloop is trying to see that up and down ticket should not be more than 6,000 to 7,000 rupees. It should match with the cost of a car travel. Then it is sellable. Cost. See, remember the importance of cost. So they already announced that the cost of travel by Hyperloop will never exceed the cost of travel by own car. Assuming that you are hiring a driver. Same thing will happen with bullet trains also. So this is the product innovation. Process innovation is this. You are manufacturing the same thing in a different manner so that the cost comes down. But only a management strategic innovation. make or buy decisions. And market segment, a particular market which is not having that kind of service or product, you are making it available. This is also called as a meta innovation. I take something from the developed world and try to sell it in the developing world. One of my students is manufacturing CNC machines exclusively for dental surgeons. This is a meta innovation. This was available in the developed countries. He picked up that, started manufacturing the same thing at Nasik here. And today he is the only one person in India manufacturing CNC machines for dental operations. Some of it, but his machine lasts for 20-25 years. 10 years it gives the best service. Some of his clients he was sharing with me 2-3 months back that shifted to Chinese product. Because if his machine is costing 4 to 5 lakhs, Chinese machine is costing 1 to 1.5 lakhs. But after 1.5 years time, the customers have come back to him, अरे नहीं वो चाइना का मशीन हमने फेंक दिया है, हमको आपका ही मशीन चाहिए. This is the beauty of maintaining the quality. And he says, sir, ये quality maintenance का जो seed है, ये मैंने SGGS में सीखा है. So any company that has an academic base will always have a different kind of approach in the market. I'll give you an example. When I was at SGGS and my EDC was rated outstanding EDC in the country for 3 consecutive years by Ministry of Science and Technology, 4th year they asked me, कि अरे आपका जो सबसे अच्छा case study है, startup है, उसका हमें case study चाहिए. We want to present it to the parliamentary committee who sanctions budget to DST. So I went to my entrepreneurs and asked them, because I had nurtured this company for first 3 years and then they moved to Satara from Nanded. And the boy, one boy and 2 teachers. So the 2 teachers continued in Satara. The boy later on, after 10 years, moved to Sangli and manufacturing the CNC machine. As I told you, there is a big, इसके बीच में बहुत पानी बहा है. We will not discuss that. So I asked them, who is your important customers? Because they were into manufacturing of control panels for big companies. They said, Lay's of the सब देखा होगा ना? Lay's की factory बन रही थी, पहली factory बन रही थी इंडिया में that time, and that was at Ranjangaon. And they said, sir, we are working with Pepsi Cola, and we are the in charge for their control panels of the whole plant, where they wanted to manufacture Lay's. So I went there, I met the general manager projects and asked him how my students are doing. What is your opinion about this entrepreneur who is dealing with you? And the general manager said, wait, professor. Now I realize that whenever we have a change in our requirements, this is the company which comes up with a new product design with minimum cost difference and fastest modification in design. Now I understand, because the company has base in academics, they can do it better than the other counterparts in the market. Friends, I would like to quote here. Theory without practice is useless, and practice without theory is directionless. So our role is to give a match between this practice and theory. And teachers will be dealing with entrepreneurship. I hope all of you, one day or the other, will be doing this job. And after 25-30 years, your students will come back and tell you, sir, now I am a multinational company. Next. This is an example, uses of a pen, and say last but one, scratch the back. कभी ना कभी तो पीठ खुजे होगी पेन से, क्लास में बैठे बैठे स्कूल में वगैरह, क्योंकि फैन भी नहीं रहते थे अपने गांव में. आपने एक बड़ा पेन देखा है, जो लंबा वाला होता है उसके पीछे ना हाथ रहता है. So someone thought that scratch the back can be a business opportunity with the help of a pen, and he manufactured that pen. And customers are buying it. So these are all tertiary functions. But each one which you have written here, a very simple example, can provide you a business opportunity. Now to have this kind of mindset so that you are creative. And not only creative, but we are talking about creativity on demand because it should lead to innovation. If you have read about lateral thinking, you would have heard about lateral thinking. So Professor Edward de Bono, who has written 60 books on lateral thinking, which can be a source of creativity. Their out-of-box thinking needs to be nurtured in the minds of the people. So these are 9 points. In one of the examples is, connect these 9 points without lifting the pen. And of course, I'm not going to take more time because I know I have to finish at 2 o'clock. Next. Here you will find that the hash portion is the out-of-the-box thinking. Now, if you try it, you will always try between that rectangle or a square because next, the perceptions and patterns of perceptions as recommended by Edward de Bono in lateral thinking about rectangle are very, very strong. And that needs to be broken. Over the years, as a part of education system, we have developed a logical thinking. But sometimes this logical thinking comes in a way. I have to be right at step 1 in order to be right at step 2. हम मैथमेटिक्स में यही पढ़ाते हैं. At every step you should be correct. Step wise आपको मार्क मिलेंगे. लेकिन in business, in the real life, sometimes it is essential to be wrong at step 1 in order to be very right at step 2. And this is the beauty of lateral thinking, which consciously we will have to teach to our students. Next. Simple thing to do it is stop thinking for 20 seconds or to 2 minutes maximum. Even if you try it now, you will find that up to 10 to 12 seconds, any moment, anyone can do it. I am telling you with my experimentation with more than thousands of people in the programs. This is an online program, but in offline programs, I do it. I practice it. With thousands of people, I found that 10 to 12 seconds, कोई भी कभी भी कर सकता है. With little practice, 20 seconds is possible. And if you can practice it in sunrise and sunset timings, where the nature is tuned for the mind to reach to tranquility, and if it's in a sacrificial environment, everything acts as a catalyst and it can lead to tranquility of mind, it can become a source of personality development. And it can become a source of creative mind, out-of-box thinking. Why we can't think out-of-box? Because in the logical, between every two thoughts, there is a node. And this node does not allow us to think drastically different. Now, if I cut that node by stop thinking of 20 seconds, I start developing new thoughts. This is all based on my research, which lasted for about 3-4 years. And I'm happy to share that AICT funded this research with rupees 5 lakhs when I was at the teachers. And the beauty of this project was, we were called in Delhi, we were sitting in the AICT office, there were about 6 or 7 IIT professors, or NITI, I'm a student of NITI, National Institute of Industrial Engineering, which is part of IIT Bombay. And my professor was also there. And mine was 3rd or 4th number. मुझसे पहले जो 3 बंदे अंदर गए थे वो सब आईआईटी के प्रोफेसर थे और सबका डिस्कशन आधा घंटा चल रहा था और मैं गया and I started with my presentation and I said Professor Edward de Bono has recommended to take a creative pause. And ancient Indian literature gives the time and environment in which you can take the pause. The time is sunrise and sunset. Environment is sacrificial environment. And the main person, chairman of that committee, said, "How much money you want?" So 15 lakhs. He said, नहीं हमने आपको बोला था 5 लाख में बिठाना है आपको, हमको लेटर आया था, मैंने हाँ सर 5 लाख वाला भी बना के लाया है मैंने, उस टाइम तो पीपीटी नहीं थे, हमने वो ट्रांसपेरेंसी लेके गए थे हम. He said, वो सब मत बताओ. The moment I said sunrise and sunset, creative pause. He was the senior director of no, he was a vice chancellor of a university in Rajasthan. He said, we are recommending your project. Another member was a senior director of Confederation of Indian Industries. He immediately gave me his card. They are not generally supposed to tell who are the members of such committees. He said, "Sir, ये मेरा card. You do a nice research, and I want you to share your findings with me later on, because we would like to use them in CII." So this is the beauty of time and environment, which has come from ancient Indian literature, and which has its base in all the established religions of the world. It has its reference in Suttaripat, it has its reference in Bhagavad Gita, it has its reference in Bible, it has its reference in also Quran. Means it is the way of life. One can follow. Next. Here we go to the another part of this project. That is, who am I? Exercise in depth. So our personality is made up of 5 sheets. Development of each sheet is nothing but development of the personality. Next. Which are these 5 sheets? Next. Food sheet. Body is the food sheet. Breathe sheet. Breathe the air. Mind sheet. We have a mind within ourselves. Knowledge sheet. We all possess some knowledge. And bliss sheet. We all are happy when something happens to us. It could change from one to another. So, development of all these 5 sheets is nothing but the development of the personality to serve to the needs of that chosen business. Coming back to business opportunity selection and present business opportunity selection. So my food and exercise habit should match the demands of career. Say I am a principal of a private engineering college at the age of 65. My body, my health should permit me to do this job. I should be able to run with the youngsters who are with me in the college, all my teachers. In the breathe sheet, breathe and mind are 2 sides of the same coin. Deep breathing helps you to go for tranquility of mind. And I was a GGS and working for this ED cell, it's growth. And Government of India asked me that now you have to be financially self-sufficient. My budget at that time was 1.5 lakhs, and from some or the other source I wanted to earn 1.5 lakhs. So I started a franchisee activity in computer education. Of course, there is another story why we entered into computer education. It was for Beltron and Mavi. Beltron was a state government company which was manufacturing electronic products. And there were no such large private industries. State government, all state governments did that. Beltron, Keltron and all that. And Mavi, Mahila Arthik Vikas Mahamandal, they wanted to train, they used to train the ladies to work as in electronic assembly. The training center was at Agriculture College campus. There was a Mahim office, Mahila Arthik Vikas Mahamandal office in Pune. And it was all part of MCED and all that. And everything was housed in the same building, Midcon, MCED, in this Mavi, all these things. And they wanted to train 25 women in Maharashtra in computer during those days, but even in the college like VJTI or COEP, there were not 25 computers. But HGGS had. When they came to know about it, they said, they asked HGGS management, would like to have a program in HGGS, and you can choose any 25 local ladies who are poor and all those things. And my boss said, "Jao, meeting karke aao unke saath." So I had a meeting with the chairman of Mahim. She was a very senior IS officer, Mrs. Mehndari. And also there were members, general manager from Melchor. And I said, we will do that because we have more than 25 computers. And fortunately, another 10 lakhs from MHRD. My boss said, 20-25 कंप्यूटर में कितने पैसे लगते हैं? 20-25 हजार का एक होगा तो भी 4-5 लाख चल तेरे प्रोजेक्ट में से खरीद ले, 10 लाख पड़े तेरे पास MHRD के, उसमें से खरीद ले। चलो मुझे तो 25 कंप्यूटर मिल गए, बॉस ने परमिशन दे दी, बोर्ड ऑफ गवर्नेंस ने भी हाँ कह दिया, क्योंकि पैसा तो मैं नहीं लगाया था, मिनिस्टर ऑफ HRD का पैसा था, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का तो पैसा नहीं था। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र को भी कोई ऑब्जेक्शन देने का काम नहीं था, though it was a state institute. So we purchased those computers, we ran those programs, and later on many people came from city, Nanded city, said, "अरे वो आपका प्रोग्राम तो बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम है, हमको वो प्रोग्राम चाहिए।" मैं कहा आप पढ़ाते हैं। बाद में सोचा कि यार थोड़ा पैसा भी लगाते हैं। मैं कहा भाई 300 डरते डरते अपने टीचर कैसे हम लोग डरते डरते पैसा लगाते, डरते बोला 300 रुपया भर दो यार। तब बच्चों ने बोला 300 रुपया, चलो मेरे पास 7,500 जमा हो गए 25 बच्चों के आराम से। फिर निजामाबाद से एक बंदा आया, निजामाबाद एंड नांदेड़ आर एडजॉइनिंग स्टेट्स आंध्र प्रदेश में। तो हमने देखा है कि आपके जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं बहुत कैपेबल है, उसमें से 2-4 निजामाबाद आए, हमको आप पढ़ाओ, हमको आप बताओ कि कैसे कंप्यूटर सेंटर रन करें। कोई बात नहीं, आ जा। डरते डरते फिर उसको बोला 500 रुपए भर दे कॉलेज के अकाउंट में, EDC के अकाउंट में, और उसका सेंटर अच्छे से चलने लगे। वो देख के फिर मेरे पास और 10, 20, 25 लोग आए, मैंने सबको 500-500 रुपए देके सेंटर चालू कर दिया। साल का फीस 400-500 रुपया, पता ही नहीं था कि कितना लेना चाहिए। फिर अब मैंने सोचा कि 500 का 1000 करते हैं, लोग देंगे क्या? जो लोगों ने कहा आराम से देंगे, 1000 रुपये कौन से बड़ी बात है। तो मैंने सोचा कि अब अपन 150 सेंटर चालू कर दे, ऐसे 1000 रुपया, तो अपना जो बजट है 1.5 लाख का वो क्लियर हो जाएगा। मैं तो बन गया फाइनेंशियल सेल्फ सफिशिएंट एज डिजायर्ड बाय मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। सिंपल फॉर्म में हमने वो चालू कर दिया। एंड देन someone from Secunderabad came. I found that the person has a lot of capacity. I said, "तू 400 सेंटर खोल." नहीं, I said, "मेरे पास 50 सेंटर अपने हैं, तू 100 सेंटर खोल." उसने कहा 100 सेंटर तो आराम से करूंगा। मैंने बोला 4 स्टेट में खोलना है तुझे, आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना आंध्र प्रदेश एक ही था, आंध्र प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, केरला एंड कर्नाटक, सब जगह कम से कम 25-25 सेंटर खोल। अभी जो एंटरप्राइजिंग पर्सनैलिटी की जो क्वालिटीज है, I used to go with them and choose the entrepreneurs, and I used to check the quality of enterprising personality about that person. To give an example, आपने तेनाली रामा का वो सीरियल देखा होगा ना, तो तेनाली रामा का तेनाली विलेज अभी भी वहां है। So I went to Tenali, I went to many places in all these states along with him. I went to Tenali. There were 2 entrepreneurs. One was a rich man having more than 10 computers. Another poor boy having 1 computer and sitting in a hut. तो तेनाली वाला मेजॉरिटी हट ही है वहां पे, बहुत थोड़ी बिल्डिंग है अभी भी। जो आपने सीरियल में देखा होगा वैसी है वो गाँव तेनाली अभी। So I said, his name was KV Sunil, he was a Kerala fellow. I said, "Sunil, you give to this boy who has only 1 computer." He said, "Sir, उसके बाद तो 10 है, मैंने उसको रिजेक्ट कर." Because enterprising personality makes a more importance than having money. पैसा तो आराम से खड़े हो जाता है। आपके पास प्रॉपर बिजनेस आइडिया चाहिए, आपके पास वो गट्स चाहिए, entrepreneurial quality चाहिए. In a simple language, what is that entrepreneurial quality? entrepreneur should have eagle's eye, lion's heart, and a woman's voice. If you have got these three qualities, you are born to be successful. So my role as a professor of entrepreneurship is to create these qualities, imbibe these qualities amongst my students. Eagle's eye, everything you should be able to see in a proper manner. Lion's heart, big heart, and a woman's voice to get the things done from the customers and the other people. It's a simple word, it's the quality of an entrepreneur. I'm trying to be as simple as possible. बड़ी बड़ी थियरी तो आपको किताबों में आराम से मिल जाएगी। ये जो मैंने कही है ये कहीं नहीं मिलेगी, क्योंकि ये मेरी थियरी है। Next. So now we help them to choose the business approach that suits the individual and develop the self to suit the needs of the business in this process. Next. Now this I, at the center there was I. अहम भाव जिसे हम कहते हैं, हम सब में होता है। हमको वो अहम ब्रह्मास्मि वाला अनुभव नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि हम तो मार्केट में रहने वाले लोग हैं। तो ये जो अहम है हमारी आने के बीच अंदर, इसको बहुत एम्बिशन होती है। That I is an ambitious desire which can be fulfilled with the help of these 5 sheets. मेरे अंदर वो I है, अहम है, जिसे हम आत्मा भी कहते हैं। लेकिन ये आत्मा खुद होकर कुछ नहीं कर पाता ना, उसको अगर कुछ करना है तो उसके लिए तो उसको it will need a medium, and this medium is our personality. This personality comprises of 5 sheets: food sheet, breath sheet, mind sheet, knowledge sheet, and the bliss sheet. So I had to develop all these 5 sheets so that I'm now marching towards needs of the chosen business or chosen career, whatever it is. Yes. Now this food sheet, the lifestyle that we all are having, I found that right food habits and exercise habits plays a very important role. To give my own example, I used to do some aerobics when I was young. I used to do some gym when I was young. Now at the age of 65 also, I feel that I should be fit so that I can work for 7 hours a day. And mind should be on track, that someone will give me the job. So now my exercise habits are only walking. Because at different stages of life, your requirements will keep on changing. Now this food habit, one of the most important things we have seen is 60% raw food and 40% cooked food makes a great difference. ये मैंने तो फंडिंग बोल कर रखा था अपने प्रोजेक्ट में, लोग हंसते भी थे क्योंकि कहाँ से लाया, ये क्या है, इतना सैलड खाएंगे तो क्या फायदा उसका, पेट नहीं भरता है, ऐसे नहीं होता है, वैसे वगैरह। नहीं अभी सर ने बताया ना कि आई एम ए मेंटर एंड ऑडिटर फॉर टेक्यू 1, 2, 3. So for टेक्यू 3, I am an auditor for SVNIT Surat, National Institute of Technology Surat, and mentor for the NIT Rourkela. तो मैं अभी बीच में अभी 1 साल पहले लॉकडाउन में तो लास्ट मंथ जनवरी में मैंने वो ऑनलाइन में ऑडिट कंप्लीट कर दिया, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट ने वैसे बताया कि सब ऑनलाइन करो, और हमारे प्रोफेसर वो रिटायर भी हो रहे थे 31 जनवरी को आके, तो इसे सर मेरे रिटायरमेंट से पहले ऑडिट कर देते, उनके रिटायरमेंट से पहले हमने ऑडिट किया। दूसरा ऑडिट मेरे पास था केली टेक यूनिवर्सिटी, जिसकी स्टूडेंट है सुधा मूर्ति, यू नो सुधा मूर्ति, द ओनर ऑफ इन्फोसिस, wife of Narayan. She herself is a mechanical engineer from UEB College of Engineering, Hubli. Her father was a medical doctor in Hubli. And the present chairman of AICT, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, is basically from Belgaum. He also did his graduation in mechanical engineering from the same UEB College of Engineering, Hubli. And both of them are very active alumni of the institute. Even now, Sudha Murthy had donated a building worth 6 crores to develop the Innovation Center, the college. Professor Sahasramudde, what he did? Last 10 years, he worked in close association when he was a director of College of Engineering, Pune. Since then, worked in close association with the mechanical engineering department of his institute and developed the examination system, which is different than the present examination system. And now we have received the examination reforms from AICTE or Polytechnics and Engineering, I hope. For Polytechnic also it is applicable, I hope so. These new examination reforms are developed in last 10 years at BVB by Professor, under the guidance of Professor Sahasramudde. After becoming chairman of AICTE, he has promoted the same model as a national model. Now it is made compulsory. I was sharing with him yesterday only, I finished that audit. So that's the reason I requested Professor Khan sir, कि सर मुझे 26 को रखो क्योंकि 23-24 पे मुझे वो टिकट को ऑडिट है, इसी इंस्टीट्यूट का ऑडिट था. And today it is, their model has become a national model and it is made compulsory. I was telling, अभी हमारा मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी वगैरह बड़े यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, we are very slow in adopting anything new. But in our recent meeting, our dean said, in presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mumbai University, now we have to go for examination reforms because now it is made compulsory by AICTE. So these reforms are developed in this BVB college. And they were sharing with me in their presentation. कि सब ये तो सर बोलो, मैंने उनके प्रिंसिपल सर को बोला सर आप क्या बोल रहे हो? We know you are national leaders. तो मैं ये सब स्टोरी क्यों बता रहा हूँ आपको? Last year जब मैं SVNIT सूरत गया, I was introduced in the electrical engineering department to a professor by the technical coordinator. He said, sir, he has been able to maintain his diabetes with proper food habits since last 10 years. No medicines. I said, I want to meet this professor. I want to discuss with him. मैंने वो जो राउंड लेना था लैब में सब ले लिया और मैंने कहा सर मुझे अभी 15 मिनट दो. Because this is matching my model of 60%. Because he said, that professor said, sir, मैं 60% raw food खाता हूँ, 40% cooked food खाता हूँ, और only with this I am able to maintain my diabetes in control for the last 10 years. Because sir, आपको ये समझा कहाँ से? पता नहीं, अभी तो भूल गया, मैंने क्या पढ़ा था, कहीं किसी पेपर में पढ़ा था, हमने रिसर्च पेपर पब्लिश किए थे, शायद सर ने वो कुछ पढ़ा होगा 10 साल पहले, 15 साल पहले पढ़ा होगा, और उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि वो फॉलो करते. And I was so happy कि ये मॉडल कोई फॉलो कर रहा है और अपना डायबिटीज कंट्रोल कर रहा है. मैंने कहा सर अभी मुझे बताओ आप करते कैसे हो? मैंने तो लिख दिया था सिर्फ, आप कैसे प्रैक्टिस करते हो? मुझे आपसे बहुत खुशी हुई मिलकर. मैंने कहा मैंने एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला रखा है, मैं पहले खाना चालू करता हूँ सलाद और फ्रूट से, थोड़ा पेट भरना चालू हो गया, ऐसा लगा कि अभी पेट भरते आया है, फिर दाल रोटी सब्जी चावल सब खाना चालू कर देता हूँ. बोले पेट भरते आया कि खाना बंद कर देता हूँ, वो बराबर 60-40 हो जाता है अपने फॉर्मूला. मैंने कहा सर ये मेरा फॉर्मूला था, ये मेरा रिसर्च पेपर था, लेकिन मैंने कभी नहीं किया, लेकिन आपने मुझसे बहुत बढ़िया किया. मैंने इतना 100% फॉलो नहीं किया था. So I was very happy to meet a professor at NIT Surat who is following this model. So this is not I'm talking in air. And he is able to maintain his diabetes in last 10 years. And he is one of the very senior professor, very active researcher. कि मैंने वहां जब देखा था कि भाई SVNIT सूरत में मैक्सिमम गुजराती प्रोफेसर है, बहुत बड़ा रिसर्च, बहुत बढ़िया रिसर्च कर रहे हैं. मैंने कहा यार गुजराती भी इतना अच्छा रिसर्च कर लेते. दिन से वो ना NIT नागपुर से जो डायरेक्टर आए थे, उन्होंने सबने हमको मोटिवेट किया. आफ्टर दैट वी बिकेम अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ NIT एंड नाउ वी आर ग्रोन लाइक एनीथिंग. Anyway, so you can follow a specific diet plan. Another is breathing exercises. 1 to 16 we count and inhale. 1 to 64 we hold the breathe inside. 1 to 30 we will count and exhale. And 1 to 16 we hold without breathe. It's nothing but a practice of deep breathing. And this deep breathing we used to ask in another MCD program. I trained 400 people for MCD in one of their international funded project for all below poverty line people. And we found that we help them to control the mind, to control by controlling the breath. So when I was negotiating with this KV Sunil, we used to always take a deep breath and then start talking. And we had negotiation discussions for a series of meetings over 2-3 months. So once I asked Sunil, "Ye kya karte ho?" I said, "Sir, I'm born with silver spoon in mouth. Now after becoming a businessman, I find that I'm losing a business sometimes because I'm short-tempered. Whenever I feel like anger is cropping up, I take a deep breath, then start discussing." This is, I'm talking about the multiplier. So, KV Sunil. I tried to offer this. There was a lady from a village. She used to run a small kirana shop. उसको बड़ा गुस्सा आता था, फटाक से गुस्सा आ जाता। कस्टमर कुछ बोलता, अरे दाल अच्छी नहीं है, उसको गुस्सा आता था, मेरे दुकान में दाल अच्छी नहीं है, क्या बात कर रहा है। बाद में वो कस्टमर दूसरी दुकान पे जाता तो आता ही नहीं था, और छोटे सा 25,000 पॉपुलेशन का गांव, एक बार कस्टमर टूटने लगा तो वापस नहीं आ रहा था। तो ये प्रोग्राम हमारे चालू थे। 2 years we had these programs, and I used to sometimes attend the follow-up meetings also. तो वो औरत मुझे मिली एक follow-up मीटिंग में, और उनके बैंकर्स भी थे। उन्होंने कहा, "सर, आपके प्रोग्राम से एक बात बढ़िया हुई मुझे कि they have developed attitude of repayment, and another important thing is when I did that program first time, Mr. Prakash Salunke was the in charge, the late Prakash Salunke, no more there. He called me because my program was there on day 2, and he said, "Sir, वो बाकी के जो proven models है, हार्वर्ड का जो अचीवमेंट मोटिवेशन मॉडल है, वो सब फेल हो रहे हैं, आप अपना कुछ मॉडल दो।" तो मैंने ये मॉडल डेवलप किया। ये रिप्लेसमेंट टू अचीवमेंट मोटिवेशन ऑफ मैक्लेलैंड हार्वर्ड रिपोर्ट, मैक्लेलैंड ऑफ हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी, एंड इट वर्क इन नांदेड, अपने मराठवाड़ा में। तो उस भाई को मैंने पूछा, काय मावशी कसं काय चाललंय व्यवसाय? मी असं म्हणत नाही, आपण म्हणत आपल्या मराठवाड्यात काय म्हणतो, धंदा कसा चाललाय मावशी? मी आपलं म्हटलं, "मावशी, धंदा कसा चाललाय?" म्हणाले, "लई नादर चाललाय." लई नादर, लोकल पीपल, द बेस्ट वे. तुम्ही तर काहीतरी लांब हवा घ्यायला सांगितली होती ना साहेब. लांब हवा घेतल्यानं ना आता माझा राग कमी झाला. राग कमी झाल्यानं माझं गिऱ्हाईक तुटत नाही, माझा धंदा बदलला. She talked in her own language. देखो उधर मल्टीमिलियनर केवी सुनील, control the breath to control the mind and grow the business. ये खेड़े की औरत, control the breath to control the mind and grow the business. Simple formula. Though there is a great difference. She is from below poverty line, he is a multimillionaire. The formula remains the same. So it has universal applicability. Next. Because the breath and mind are two sides of the same coin, as I mentioned. And mind is tool to get the things done. So we control our behavior pattern by controlling the mind. And to do that, what is very important is we try to keep the mind in present as much as possible. तो बहुत प्रेशर आता है, बहुत कभी कभी अपसेट हो जाते हैं हम लोग जिंदगी में, some problems आ जाते हैं, mind is going bad and all that. Minds happen because there is a pressure on the mind when the mind is thinking to something in the past or thinking of something in the future. When you are thinking of something in the past which you don't like, you are upset. When you are thinking of the future which is not completely in your hand, क्या होगा कैसे नहीं होगा, क्या होगा कैसे होगा, then also you are anxious. The mind becomes nervous or anxious when it is in the past or future. Mind is always calm and quiet when it is in the present. That's why it is called present. It is gift to us by God. The present right now, this moment when I am talking to you, this present is a gift to all of us by God. The more we are The body and mind in this present, more we are relaxed in the life. And relaxed body and relaxed mind is the source of new ideas, source of great achievements in the life. Simple formula. And then environment needs to be suitable. As I said, this particular thing, what Vishwa Foundation says, and its roots in Bible, Sutta, all the four established religions of this world. So we are talking about the first three sheets. Now knowledge sheet. Whichever is the field, try to acquire as much knowledge about that field from various sources. Try to be the members of professional bodies. I have one student presently, I think he's still in B. He owns 2 factories in Mumbai. And last 2 years, that is when he was in second year engineering, since then I am working with him. What he is doing? He is manufacturing plastic tiles, which will replace the cement tiles. The factory, the plastic has got 7 generations, and at the 7th level, it becomes you can't use it at all. वो जो एकदम गया गुजरा प्लास्टिक है वो पकड़ के उठा के लाता है जहाँ से वहां से उसकी टाइल्स बनाता है और उससे फुटपाथ बनते हैं. So it can be used in houses also now. Now he has become he accepted an international internship from our college in Italy when he was in second year engineering. Stayed there, he spent about 1.2 lakhs, 1.52 lakhs from his pocket. The total cost was about 5 lakhs. The university where he worked in Italy, they spent another 3 lakhs for this boy. So he had an exam and he was selected. So this international internship, what AICT says, internship is most important. So this international internship helped him to come back with a new idea. Convert thrown plastic into tiles. To do that, because you have to boil it at heat it at 1300 degrees centigrade temperature. So you have to have proper furnaces for that. So he developed the complete technology. With the help of another boy whose father had 2 factories. And father was thinking of getting retired. So the son said, Papa, मेरा आपकी फैक्ट्री में ये नया काम शुरू करते करो. Papa ने बोल दिया. So he had a partner who already had 2 factories, and now they are the owners of 2 factories as the students of final year engineering. And not only that, there is an international group supported by UNESCO, and the former vice chancellor of ICT Mumbai, Institute of Chemical Technology. He is the chairman of the group. He is already Padma Bhushan. And there are about 6-7 members from different parts of the world. मैंने जब इसका फोटो विद ए काउंटरपार्ट इन यूरोप देखा, who is already a क्या कहते हैं, the global director for design for Electrolux washing machine division. I know that boy also. I know I'm calling him boy because I had seen him when he was a student of engineering. He is now 45 years old, grown up person. He is global head for Electrolux, sitting in Sweden. मैंने कहा अरे आपके दोनों ने फोटो बाजू बाजू में रखे हैं उस पोस्टर में और दोनों भी मेरे स्टूडेंट दो. So I was happy and called both of them. The whole idea is knowledge sheet. वो बंदा इटली गया सेकेंड ईयर में, आइडिया लेके आया, घर में उसमें कुछ ओवन पड़ा था मम्मी के किचन में, उसमें वो सब बनाता था. फिर मम्मी के कुछ लेके पोलपाट में होता, आपण पोलपाट लागतात काय काय घेऊन तर ताई बनवत होता. रोज सॅक मध्ये टाकून आणत होता. मला दाखवत सर अशी बनली. मी तर सांगणार अशी नाही, अशी बनायला पाहिजे, असं करायला पाहिजे, असं करायला पाहिजे. टुडे ही इज अ ग्रेट बिझनेसमॅन and a student of final. So this is the beauty of knowledge sheet. Bliss sheet. We select a business which makes us happy. Now we try to be happy the reward of success of that business. We change our mindset. And for that, what we do, we take a creative pause. For this, as I mentioned this time, it was already discussed. Next. Next is share the assets, the feeling of humility. So whatever we have, we share the assets without expectation so that our workplace relationships are enhanced. अब जब अपना कुछ दूसरों के साथ शेयर करना सीखते हो, बच्चों को स्कूल में सिखाते हैं, क्यों सिखाते हैं? उससे आपकी रिलेशनशिप डेवलप होती है, and people around you start liking you. Next is understanding the law of action, developing some do's and don'ts. List them down. In short, what we expect from others, we do the same to them. It's a simple law of action. We want respect, give respect. We want praise, give praise. And if you do that, next is restrainment. As I rise in my life, my requirements keep on increasing, and a stage comes when these requirements become an obstacle for my further growth. I'll give an example of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, global leader and our Prime Minister. She used to take morning coffee when she is in the southern part of India and morning tea when he is in the northern part of India. Someone at the level of Prime Minister of India, the requirement is so low. That is the beauty of restraint. So we classify our requirements into bare necessities, necessities, comfort and luxury, and try to give up one. When we give up something, mind should not be craving for it. And we have self-study, 5 minutes. We have appointments of many people in a day. We take an appointment of 5 minutes of the self. Minute 1, we remember the mistakes which we committed in the last 24 hours. Minute 2, we resolve for ourselves that I will not repeat that mistake. Same mistake. Doing a mistake is acceptable, but repeating the same mistake, having realized that it was a mistake, is not acceptable. Then plan the day's important work and then pray wherever you have a faith. If you are 100% Nastic, pray to yourself. Nothing is bad. No problem. Because out of prayer, you develop internal energy which will help you to do whatever you have planned. Make it successful. And take a creative pause. Stop thinking for 20 seconds. So this can be an appointment itself for 5 minutes. Next. Now when I practice this, because it was a research project, I applied multivariate data analysis technique, did an advanced statistical study, making you the factor analysis. If you are, some of you are exposed to this field. And what I found was that it helps in increase the power of determination, power of rational thinking, power of commitment, power to face the negative situation, development of capability to be the complete personality. Unfortunately, when I did my first research as a part of PhD, I came across these qualities for which I was not able to find any training module. So I wanted to have my postdoctoral research to develop a training module to do that. Unfortunately, I got money from AICT, I got support from MCED to practice that module. And at the end of the program, we used to collect the data on a pre-coded questionnaire, do this factor analysis, and this is the result. We could come up with a model which are required to be successful in entrepreneurship, but the existing Western model did not have anything to train for these things. Next. So I would appeal that even as an individual we can practice it. Whenever we are taking any major decision of life, we can follow that agenda of thinking, do the SWOT analysis, do all these things, develop the personality to suit the needs of profession that we have chosen, with the help of all those 5 sheets and all those 5 techniques which I mentioned just now. That is creative pause. Then the sacrificial environment at the time of sunrise sunset, share the assets with the feeling of humility, restrainment, understanding the law of action, and doing the self. If we do all these things, we are likely bound to be a successful personality in the life. So I am thankful to Government Polytechnic Higoli. We were not knowing each other, but they got the message, information about me from HGS Nanded. Yes. And sir got the number. Then we had a discussion, and then I thought that I requested him that first 3 days I am busy on equip audit, so please accept my request to meet your audience on participants on 26th, and preferably in the morning half, so that if needed I should be able to go to Pune, and that's a personal requirement, so that I can travel when there is no rush traffic in Mumbai. So thank you, sir, that you accepted my request, gave me the opportunity, deliver the lecture.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. On behalf of management and Government Polytechnic Hingoli, we really thank you for taking out your precious time and delivering this session today. Participants, if there are any questions you would like to interact with our guest, Dr. Shrikant Polukar, sir, can please.
I'm happy to discuss if someone can ask the question.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? You can type it out also. Oh, thank you is okay. Thanks. In fact, I'm happy when you are saying thank you. But if you have any doubt or anything else in mind, or you can always connect with me. My phone number is with sir. You will have to send me a message, then I will accept your call, because generally I find it difficult to take the unknown numbers. But you can always send me a message and I'll reply you back. You can also get connected with me on my email ID, which is also with sir. You can share.
Sure, sir. The details would be provided to the participants if they can interact with you. Okay. So I find no questions coming from the participants, so we are good to close. So thank you, sir, once again. On behalf of Government Polytechnic Hingoli, it was a pleasure having discussion with you. So you have rightfully cited many real-life examples of your students and the current scenario that entrepreneurship is taking course. So with your session, we have taken the inputs, and I feel everyone would deliver and make the best out of it and deliver to the students and fraternity as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Participants, we would take a lunch break. It is 2 o'clock right now. We'll meet at 3 o'clock. The link for attendance would be shared on your WhatsApp group. So we'll break for 1 hour and we will meet at 3 p.m. Thank you for being connected. Thank you, everyone.